Hey guys, so I got a new leak for us to look at. This one is not the way I usually do leaks. Most of the leaks that I've looked at have been text leaks, and this one is actually an image leak. I tend not to look at image leaks because usually they get debunked pretty fast. Usually somebody finds the render of those characters online, and it's usually like a slightly photoshopped version or something, and it's easy to debunk them. But this one sat for quite a few hours here. I think it's been about 8 hours this thing's been floating around online, and nobody's debunked it yet. I'm also wary of image leaks because if you remember back in the Smash 4 speculation days, there was that Rayman render leak that was like, really good, but it was fake. And, in today's world, people have Photoshop and people have, really good Photoshop skills, and they can pretty much make anything. But anyway, this one's just interesting. It's gained a lot of traction, and yeah, nobody's been able to totally debunk it yet. So, I just figured I'd show it to you guys. So this is what the leak looks like. It's got 7 characters on it and a question mark, so there could be, more characters to come. It seems to fit in line with the Vergiben leak. So we have Isabel and Ken, who are both characters Vergiben said that we're supposed to get. It also fits with LOZ18, who's saying Skull Kid, so we got Skull Kid on there. And then it has some really popular choices on there as well. It has Isaac, who seems extremely popular right now. It has the Chorus Kids, or Chorus Men, which would be a Rhythm Heaven rep, which I talked about that there being some hints for that in the last direct. And there was also some hints for Skull Kid, so, that fits there too. And then Shadow, who just seems extremely likely as far as third-party echoes go. And then there's one girl in here too that's not entirely clear who that is. It could be a Yumi from Famicom Detective Club. She was a Japan-only character, or Japan-only game from the NES days, or the Famicom days, rather, I guess. And Sakurai had considered her for Smash before in the past, but decided against it because he figured it didn't have international appeal. It could also be Agnes from Bravely Default, which would then be our Square rep, which would fit with Vergiben's leak completely, who, he said we were going to get Ken, Isabel, and some Square rep. If that did happen, that would probably mean no Gino, so I'd be pretty bummed about that, but it could make sense here. There's still a question mark, and I do think we'll get some Pokemon rep, whether that's Incineroar or someone else, so there could be more characters here. It also feels like there should be maybe some more Echoes. So as far as debunking this one goes, it kind of has very similar stuff to when people were saying, Shulk is just a photoshopped little Mac. So it's hard to really say if this one's completely fake with just going off of, these could just be tweaked images. Skull Kid's probably the one that someone's found the closest render to. I think the Skull Kid trophy from Smash 4 is pretty close, but we're kind of just going off of Majora's Mask, which has a pretty standardized look. It's kind of an object. I wouldn't expect it to look that different, even if Skull Kid was playable or just a trophy render. So that's tough to say that one really debunks it. Some of these look almost like they might be part of the big banner of characters. Like they almost look like they're drawings. Specifically, Shadow looks a lot like that. There was that Bomberman drawing that someone added to the banner, which was just for fun. Just, a fan did that. So, it's not too hard to for someone to draw something like that. So again, it could be phony, but nothing concrete saying it definitely is. Isaac's hair looks a little dark, but that almost adds a little bit more to the leak, because you'd think if you were trying to trick people, you'd make his hair blonde, which is, what he's known for. It could just be the coloring is a little off, and if you lighten it up, it looks more like his normal blonde look. It's also possible this is an alternate costume of Isaac, so, again, that adds a little bit more credibility, because that would be an interesting thing to do with, if you're faking a leak, you wouldn't really think to add the alternate costume as the picture of one of the characters, but that could potentially be what's going on here. Again, nobody's really been able to debunk this one. It's a lot like the ESRB leak, which was a very true leak for Smash 4, which also came out in August before Smash 4, so I don't know if that's some sort of August deadline for ESRB. Smash on the 3DS came out in September, so, this would be quite a few months before that, so I don't know how long ESRB needs the game before that, or if this is coming from ESRB, I'm just taking a stab in the dark, but I think the ESRB leak started on August 19th, it's August 29th, so, it's pretty close to that same time period. Yeah, so that question mark could be pointing to more characters. Again, I think there should be a Pokemon character. I'd be pretty bummed if it was Agnes from Bravely Default, because it would probably mean no Geno, at least not in the base roster. It would be a little odd of a square choice. I feel like there's better ones, but that's, just me personally. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about this one. It fits with a lot of our leaks. It hasn't been debunked yet, but at the same token, it could just be a photoshopped rendering of these characters. So I don't really know, but I felt like I should get the leak out there. So yeah, I guess let me know what you think. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.